Just had some technical difficulties getting started this morning, but we're in now. Um, this morning it's on about HMI Connect. So as usual, if you have any questions, you can put them in at any point of the webinar, and I will get to them at the end.
Hello and welcome to today's webinar. In this webinar, we will explore everything you need to know about HMI Connect. One of the truly innovative elements of Horner's Canvas CPU300 is its ability to drive a remote touchscreen component. These remote touchscreens are called HMI Connect, and they can be located anywhere within 8 meters of the Canvas CPU300. They require absolutely no setup or extra programming. In this webinar, we will review the HMI Connect product lineup and explore the underlying technology that makes it work. Here is the agenda for today. We will start with an introduction to HMI Connect. Then we will look at the HMI Connect cable. Then we will walk through the installation of both standard panels and advanced panels. There will be demonstrations throughout, and we will finish with a Q&A session. Let's begin. One of the most innovative parts of the Canvas series is its customizability. With the new CPU300, you can take a modular approach to installation, while maintaining the simplicity of programming everything as an all-in-one. Whether you choose the traditional all-in-one controller or the new modular controller, they are both programmed nearly identically within Cscape 10. You can also leverage the strengths of the modern Canvas graphics with a HMI Connect touchscreen. HMI Connect touchscreens are very easy to install. They plug directly into the display port on the controller, using a single rugged cable to carry DC power, video signal, and touch feedback. Every HMI Connect touchscreen comes with a 1 meter cable included, but longer cables are also available for purchase if required. We offer two types of HMI Connect touchscreens. There is the HMI Connect standard panel, which feature a resistive touchscreen and mount like a traditional HMI or OCS all-in-one, usually mounted through the door of an enclosure to provide a washdown style seal. But alternatively, they can also be mounted with a Visa pattern. Then there is the HMI Connect Advanced panel, which is designed for outdoor use. These are more rugged with an all-metal construction and high bright screens. Like the standard panel, these can be panel mounted or Visa mounted. These also feature capacitive touchscreens. Next, we're going to explain some of the engineering behind the HMI Connect cable. When Horner was first developing this cable, options like HDMI and DisplayPort were discussed. Ultimately, FPD-Link was chosen. However, for a few reasons. It is an established, proven technology that has been embraced by the automotive industry. It allows for a single bidirectional cable to be used for communication. And, importantly, it is much more robust than the consumer technologies like HDMI and DisplayPort. FPD-Link operates at 2 GHz. This means it is a very high quality cable that requires special construction. Unfortunately, due to this complexity, homemade fixes and extensions are not possible. However, splitters and extenders will soon be available. And further into the future, Horner hopes to expand into camera support and higher resolutions. Now, let's dive into everything you need to know to integrate these products. The HMI Connect standard panels are available in 4 sizes: 4.3 inch, 7 inch, 10.1 inch, and 15 inch. These can be panel mounted with the same cutouts and mounting methods as equivalent Horner OCS products. They can also be Visa mounted at an IP20 rating. They use the 100mm by 100mm Visa mounting patterns with M5 hardware. We are now going to move to the bench and give you a hands-on look at the HMI Connect standard panel. Here we are on the bench with a 7-inch standard panel. We also have all the items that come included with the panel in the box. The front is fairly simple and resembles very closely a Canvas 7. However, if we flip it over, we will find that only one port is on the back, and that is the HMI Connect cable port. The panel is very lightweight, while still feeling robust and sturdy. Also, on the back, we have the 100mm Visa pattern, ready for mounting. If instead you wish to mount the panel like a regular OCS, you can do so using these mounting clamps that come included with the panel. The same slots as most other Horner OCS products are on this panel as well. There's two at the top and two at the bottom. In addition to the mounting clamps and user documentation, a 1-meter HMI Connect cable is also included. Longer cables are available for purchase if required. Here we have a HMI Connect standard panel installed in the field. Despite being primarily rated for indoor use, it holds up quite well for outdoor applications, especially if given some shade like we have done here. When installed like this, it looks like a regular Canvas controller, but peeking inside, we can see that it is just a HMI Connect panel. It has been mounted like a traditional OCS, same clamps and everything. This is a very simple setup, but the HMI Connect also gives you the flexibility to mount on a different enclosure entirely. The choice is up to you. Now let's turn our attention to the advanced panel. These are available in two sizes, 7-inch and 10.1-inch. These can also be VISA mounted with the 100mm VISA pattern. However, they require M8 mounting hardware instead. In terms of panel mounting, they require a unique cutout to fit the all-metal construction. You also need M8 hardware instead of the regular clamps like most OCS. Once again, we are going to move to the bench and give you a hands-on look at the HMI Connect Advanced panel. Here we are on the bench, and this is the 10.1-inch HMI Connect Advanced panel. This is a very sleek unit with a very rugged glass front panel. These were originally designed for emergency vehicles, so they are designed completely around being sturdy and reliable. On the back, we have the 100mm VISA pattern and, of course, a HMI Connect cable port. In terms of panel mounting, you would use these 8mm threaded holes on the corner of the device. These are virtually the same as the VISA pattern holes. Included in the box, there is also an adhesive backed gasket, which we've applied to a second panel here. Of course, this is only required when panel mounting. Also included in the box is the 1-meter HMI Connect cable, along with the user documentation and some mounting hardware. These are M8 by 50mm long studs that come alongside washers and nuts. Here we are outside in direct sunlight, demonstrating the brightness of the high bright screen. Even on camera, the screen is visible and very usable with vibrant colors and high contrast. And that concludes our webinar for today. Thank you so much for listening, and the Q&A session will begin shortly.
Okay, if you have any questions, you can pop them in. But it was a straightforward introduction to the HMI Connect this morning. As usual, all the upcoming webinars are available in the newsletter you will have been sent or via the website where the registration links are up. Okay, I don't see anything coming in on that. So thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.